So hello and welcome back to another video. Now today I've come out to do a bit of bass fishing, and that means bass fishing with lures. Now recently I've not done too much bass fishing, and the main reason for that is because it's been pretty quiet. I have been out a few times, but when I've actually targeted bass, I've blanked, and I've ended up catching one or two schoolies when I've actually been mackerel fishing or something like that. Now, I was at work earlier today and the conditions were overcast, rain, drizzle and a forceful wind. I thought that is absolutely ideal for some fishing later on. Now I'm out, it's about 20 degrees, the sun's out and there looks like no sign of rain. The wind's dropped off and it's flat calm. So it's really not ideal. I am hoping, it is meant to cloud over in about an hour's time, so I'm hoping the cloud actually does come. But we're down here to give it a go anyway. First of all today, I'm just going to throw out a soft plastic. Now this is a 30 gram sand eel shoal shad from Drift Fishing. Now I've been using the weedless versions of these, but this is actually the offshore version. Straight out the packet, so I'm going to give it a blast today. No doubt I'm going to be throwing some surface lures about later on, but we'll just see how it goes. Now, am I confident in catching some fish today? I'm 70% confident, so hopefully we see something. I'm going to get a lure in the water and let's see if we can find a bass. Now there's a couple of areas around here which I'm going to try, but I'm going to start here and a little closer look of that lure. Just a sand eel imitation, which you can very rarely ever go wrong with. Now we still do have that a little bit of a breeze, so I don't know if you can see it on the rod there, it's blowing the lure a little bit. So with a 30 gram lure, you should be able to get this out further enough. And I'll just play around with the retrieves really. I'm not going to let that sink too much in that area, because I know there's a lot of reef around there. But just a slow straight retrieve in, and hopefully we get hit this afternoon. There are a few fish showing up recently, but it seems to be in just certain areas, certain spots. You know what it's like, you can go to spots that are always very consistent for you, and in times like this when the fish just aren't there, it seems, or they're not feeding, whatever it is, you wonder whether you'll ever catch a fish there again. So it's all about just finding those little honey holes, and you also need a little bit of luck as well. I'm on. Boom. That didn't take too long. Oh, he's going in the weed there. Yes. Oh, there's another bass right there. Right, they're here. The fish are here. I just seen one follow this one right in. Well, that didn't take long. Only a very small bass. But the interesting thing about that was, one same size as that, followed it right into the kelp there. So let's get a lure back in there, see if we can find another. That's a good start. Couldn't have asked for a much better start than that. That was over there in that direction, and then, as I said, just working the lure in straight. But a fish literally was following that bass all the way in here. Obviously they're only small fish, but when they're small like this, they sure as hell can be feisty sometimes. But a little bit of breeze will create a bit of chop to the water, because it is crystal clear at the moment. And that's obviously not to say that you're not going to catch in crystal clear water, but I just find it gives the angler more confidence if you've got a bit of cloud cover and either a slight breeze, a slight chop to the water, or a little bit of colour. Just like that, they disappear. Now, it's just about finding them again. There is lots of ground to cover here, Some little areas are a lot easier to fish than others, but once the tide changes, there is another bit I'm going to try afterwards, and that'll be the area where I'll probably focus more on surface lures. What I'm fishing into in front of me here is pretty much just over sand. To my right hand side there's a lot of reef with a lot of deep gullies in, and you often get fish in there, but they can honestly be all around here. They can be sitting over the sand sometimes. It really just depends. So I've had about a dozen more casts and nothing. Now what I'm going to do, just for now, take this off. I'm going to stick a top water on. Now there's a shallower area just to my right hand side, which I want to skim a surface lure over, and like I just said, it's basically just reef and little gutters. The thing with the soft plastic is you can easily work it through a gutter, but you need to know where they are, and it's very easy to lose a lure in there. The trouble I'm going to have is that wind's got a bit, it's turned a bit southerly now, so I'm going to have a lot of slack line, but I'm just going to literally try and blast it out as far as I can get it and just slowly work it back in. Now I know it looks flat on camera, because it is flat, there's no swell whatsoever, but the breeze coming through, I guess it's about a force 3, but it certainly makes a difference when you're trying to work top waters. So I've come over to another area now, slightly shallower, well, a lot shallower water. I'm going to stick with the soft plastic for now, although it's flattened right off. It's gone like a mirror. Over there where I was fishing just before, it literally just went like a sheet of glass all of a sudden. I can see the lure 20 foot in front of me under the water. So I've come down here, there's a bit of tide, a bit of current that runs through here. We'll flick this soft plastic out, maybe try surface lure as well, see if we can hook one more, and if not, then we're going to head off. Get it out there. And then I will stick on a top water as well, but just want to see if I can hunt another fish out with this softy. There's the weed. And the visibility at the moment is unreal. It really is. Crystal clear water. It may not seem it on camera, but especially when you're wearing polarized glasses, you can see straight through it. Now, I just need to be careful casting over there, because that is pretty shallow. Oh, is that a fish? Yep, we're on. Boom. That felt like I hit a snag at first. Where is it? Guys, where is he? He's deep. Here's a bass. Look at that in the water. Unbelievable. Guys, really gunning for it. Come on. There we go. Ever so slightly bigger, but that is absolutely banging. Oh yeah. Boom. Let's get this one unhooked and see if we can find his grandmother. Now, if you remember what I was saying about just moving around trying to find the fish, there's a prime example of it. Let's get him back. Small fish, couldn't care less. Just about catching them. And especially on days like this when it is tough work, searching them out. Now, let's get another lure in the water. Maybe we'll find another. I tell you what, for a small fish, that thing was feisty. Really feisty, especially when I got it closer in there. It just wanted to bolt. It stayed relatively deep as well. God, I couldn't get the camera on in time for that. They're definitely charged up. This one took far out. Oh, he's going in that weed. This is great. They're fired up. That one's probably half an inch bigger, but they are fired up, these fish. Unreal, killing it on that shad. Bang. Well, this is bloody brilliant. That one took me for a little spin. Now, as soon as I hooked that, I just had to reel and keep pulling, because he was trying to take me around those rocks. He very nearly succeeded. Now, I do hope the other camera's picking this up okay, because when you're hooking a fish like that and you just got to focus on it staying on, basically, I couldn't get the camera on until I got it right and close to me. So hopefully that other camera is not too far away and the footage comes out all right. But it seems as though they're moving about, these fish. Just like I said earlier, they're always on the prowl for food. I did see a small little shoal of bait fish. I couldn't tell what they were exactly. Swim past me just before. So there's food in here for them. They must know that, so hopefully they'll stick around. I'm on again. Oh, this one feels like it could be bigger. Whoa, he's stuck in something. Oh no. I can feel it pulling. Oh, he's out. Oh, it's off. You bastard. Oh my God. That was a lovely fish. Oh my bloody God. Right. I was literally just about to go. Oh man, I don't believe that. I've packed the other camera up already. I was just having one or two more casts. That's a snag. Bloody hell. Oh my God, that's got me shaking. My legs are shaking. I'm just going to film off this camera for now because I got 15% battery on that. There's no point in me getting in my camera bag and changing batteries now because I'm really not staying long. Now the tide has dropped off a fair bit and it's a lot shallower out there now. I was not expecting anything else. I just thought I'm going to give it 2 or 3 more casts. And that was on the third or the last cast, it should have been. And something like that happens. So there are bigger fish around. I'm having to work the lure slightly faster now because I'm hitting a fair few bits of weed. Oh, to say the other fish have been hooked so well. That one, if it hadn't gone into that weed, I'd be certain I would have got that in. You can see now, it's gone like a mirror again. And I can see that lure so clearly. That's why I'm trying to cast as far as I can because I want it to go into the tide. That was a lot nicer fish than what I've been catching. It's gone completely flat. Oh, apologies for swearing on camera, but when stuff like that happens, man, oh, you just think, what the hell could I have done? I should have lifted it higher maybe, stopped it going into any weed. But, oh my God. Right, I'm gonna have 5 or 6 more casts and then I'm going. But if there's a fish of that size around, hopefully there's others of that size. To catch a nice 4-pounder, I'll be absolutely over the moon. To catch something even bigger, I'll be absolutely stoked. Last cast, and it ain't nothing, absolutely nothing like the last one I just hooked. This one's tiny. This one's probably the smallest of the lot. but it is another fish, so we can't complain. But now it really is time to go. Now, you tell me how you go from hooking what feels like a solid fish, then to that. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Off he goes. Now that genuinely was the last cast. However, I'm gonna have a couple more. Now, in all honesty, I'm actually surprised they're still about. But I'm certainly not complaining. It's been a lot of fun this afternoon. It just goes to show as well, there seems to be a range of fish in various sizes. I mean, that one's by far the smallest I've had this afternoon. So it does go to show you will get a variety of fish hanging out around, well, hanging out with each other. A lot of the time you will just get one sort of size, and you might, you know, you could catch 10, 20 fish and they're all a pound or a pound and a half or 2 pound. Sometimes you can catch a few fish and they're all 4 or 5 pound. It really just depends, and that is the fascinating thing about bass fishing. I'm in again. There we go, they are still here. There we are, here's fish number 5. But man, this is great fun. So here we are, I've stuck around. I keep saying one more cast and I keep catching fish. Now I've actually just measured this one, it is bang on 42 centimeters. However, I'm not going to keep it. I did think about keeping one, but I don't even have a carrier bag on me, so this fella's going back again. It's your lucky day, buddy. She's finally pretty destroyed. Now we'll have a bash at gluing that back together. I actually bought some glue the other day, so I'll glue that back together. But you do get 2 in a packet, so I've still got a perfectly decent one in the car. But that lure today has absolutely smashed it. Well, what a fun time that was. That was so much fun. Now I'm calling it a day. I'm knackered and I'm gonna head off, and I got all them steps to climb back up. But it's been such fun today. Now, like at the start, you know, you find a little one, obviously have that other one follow it in, so you know there's some around. It's just a matter of finding them, where they're going, follow the tide, follow the currents, follow whatever you think, just go on instinct. But yeah, I'm dead happy about that, because the bass fishing over the last month, 6 weeks, has been really, really poor. It always picks up this time of year. It always picks up in July. We always get a lot of schooly fish throughout the summer, but personally I don't mind that. I'm just out to catch and have fun. Saying that though, losing that bigger fish, I'm bloody gutted about that. Oh, it is just one of those ones, the one that got away. And like I said before, you got to just think to yourself, what could I have done? Could I have done anything to prevent that happening? I probably could have, in all fairness. But I'm not complaining. We caught some fish. I've had an excellent time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. There's been a bit of a lack of bass videos lately, but that's because it's been quiet. So hopefully there'll be plenty more over the summer months. And we'll also be targeting the beaches at night time as well, over the next few weeks and months for bass. So stay tuned to my channel. Really appreciate everybody who subscribes. Please, if you do like this video, please hit the like button, and feel free to share it if you want. Now, once again, thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you've had a good one. I'll see you on the next one.